Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, we got some news on Terence Crawford and Vasyl Lomachenko, and basically when their next fights should be and when we should expect them. We got news from Bob Arum via BoxingScene.com, so shout out to them as always. But here is what Bob Arum said in regards to Terence Crawford in the timetable for his next fight. He said, I quote, "We may skip December and go to January. It will not be later than January 31st. I think it's better to go after the first of the year than go right up against Christmas and try to sell a lot of tickets." So yeah, Crawford probably fighting early next year. So that's good news to hear. I was hoping we would have got at least one more chance to see Crawford, but I mean, they got him in with two fights this year. You know, they got him 2 fights in this year with Hank Lundy and then Postal. So he had a good year. He unified the titles. He did a great job. We also know that he had his legal problems he's going through. So I really don't know the details of that. I really have not been paying attention to it. Maybe you guys can inform me in the comments, but maybe that's probably why they're pushing it back to January. But as far as Crawford goes, I mean, look, there's really only a couple fights to me that make sense in that weight class at 140. Now, obviously, there's the fight with Adrian Broner. I think that business-wise, that makes a lot of sense. Broner's a big name. Broner will help Crawford sell. As we saw the Hank Lundy fight in the build-up, if you put a personality, a flamboyant, braggadocious type of arrogant personality in front of Crawford, that you will get another side of Crawford that will thus make the build-up for the fight more entertaining, which will then help the event itself. And what better personality to put in for Terence Crawford than Adrian Broner? He sells tickets, and that, I think, for Crawford, that would help a lot. And if he could beat Broner in convincing fashion, that also helps him a lot. So there's that fight. I would love to see him fight Adrian Granados. I think that'd be a tough fight for him. Granados, a very good come-forward fighter, has had it the hard way in his career. It wasn't like a lot of guys who was spoon-fed a lot of easy fights. Had to go the hard way, fight likes of Frankie Gomez, Felix Diaz, Amir Imams of the world. The guy, Leonardo Tyner, earlier in his career. The guy fought really, really good opposition, and nobody, and I repeat, nobody, regardless if you want to say he has 4 losses, a lot of those were robberies. Nobody's really beat Adrian Granados, like not convincingly. So I think after the win he just had against Amir Imam, after that and solidifying himself in the top 10, if Crawford is beating Granados, that does a lot for him. You have Ricky Burns with the title, so there are fights for him at 140. Matisse still kind of around, but there's fights for 140. So we'll see what happens with that. But then we have, he's talked about Vasyl Lomachenko. Lomachenko, he said this in regards to Lomachenko's next fight. He said, I quote, and this is about the November 26th date that is now open in Vegas. He said, I quote, I think that fight for Lomachenko is going to be in Las Vegas at the Cosmo, which is where Top Rank has held a lot of their events in the past. He said, I quote, I love Thanksgiving in Vegas because based on experience, the talent is empty on Thanksgiving Day. Then it starts filling up Thursday night, and Friday it's jammed, and that weekend is huge. If you remember, I did the Morales-Pereira fight on that weekend, and you saw how jammed that weekend was. That date became available when Triple G got off the date to go to December. That opened up the date for us, so I'm delighted with that date, and I think the best place for that fight on that date is Las Vegas. Not in the 18,000 seat arena, but the Cosmo. It's beautiful. 3,500 seats. It's perfect. So, I would expect Lomachenko to be in there. I don't know who's going to fight, but that's good news that we could expect to see Lomachenko to be back in the ring within the next 2 months, because Lomachenko, there's a lot of people out there that think Lomachenko is the best fighter in boxing. I'm not one of them. Listen, if you guys follow this channel, you don't got to ask me who I think is the best fighter in boxing. I think it's Roman Gonzalez until the wheels fall off. Honestly, the guy is just beast. But Lomachenko, man, the pound-for-pound skills he's displayed and some of the things he's done in boxing, beating Gary Russell, beating Roman Martinez, arguably, in the eyes of some, beating Orlando Salido in only 7 fights, the guy has fought great opposition, and I think he's going to prove himself at some point to be the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, but I don't think that's going to be right now. But anyway, I'm just happy to see that he'll be back in the ring soon. So yeah, there you guys have it. You guys let me know what you think. Crawford is being pushed back to January 2017. Lomachenko will be November 26th, as according to Bob Arum. So leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.